cannon blasts rupture the air, something's brewing in the streets of Bago City. It's not a revolt, but a revelry of historic proportions. Be ready to be blown away by the colorful costumes and the creative energy that lights up the city during its most popular festival, El Cinco de Noviembre. Bago City, in the province of Negros Occidental, may be a small, quiet town, just 45 minutes from the capital, Bacolod City. But once a year, the city known as the rice granary of Central Negros puts her best foot forward during El Cinco de Noviembre, a week-long celebration that culminates on the 5th of November. In front of the Manuel Torres Memorial Coliseum, crowds gather to witness the street parade, a colorful procession of local beauties, lively performances by marching bands, and one of the highlights, the reenactment of the dramatic episode in history that started it all. El Cinco de Noviembre recalls the epic event in 1898 when General Juan Anacleto Araneta freed the city and, ultimately, the entire province from Spanish colonizers, not with sheer brute force, but with courage and cunning. On that fateful day, after reclaiming Bago, Araneta mobilized his men and marched to the last Castilian stronghold in the province, the capital, Bacolod. It was almost dusk when the revolutionaries reached their destination. From the San Sebastian church tower, the Spanish governor Castro and his staff sighted through telescopes an army of 2,000 Negrenses advancing with weapons and artillery. They described seeing thick formations of men heavily armed with rifles, with glistening bayonets and pulling some cannons. In a desperate attempt to delay the siege, Castro sent an emissary to negotiate with Araneta. The general refused. When the beleaguered governor realized that no reinforcements would be coming, he and his men finally surrendered. But here's the twist to that historic chapter. The revolutionaries had barely enough firepower to crack the thick walls of the church. Carrying only a few rifles, the troops soldiered on with clever props fashioned from uniformly shaped and painted nipa stocks, affixed with shiny knives. As for the cannons, the crafty General Araneta ordered his men to mount the wooden carts with the rolled bamboo mats painted in black. In the waning light of dusk, the Spaniards were easily fooled into believing they were heavy armaments. The enemies were defeated, and not a single drop of blood was shed. The ingenious strategy is dubbed the Great Bluff that freed the Negrenses. During the festival, Bagonhons pay tribute to General Araneta, whose remains are interred in the heart of the town. War veterans, local public servants, students, and the descendants of Bago's favorite son will forever remain grateful to the man who gave them their freedom. Although no cannons were fired that momentous day, Bagonhons capped the El Cinco de Noviembre festival with a competition for the loudest cannon. Bagong Sang Mga Canyon is a highly anticipated event where contingents from different villages light up mock canyons with acetylene torches, a tradition that started in 1996 that has been recognized by the Philippine Department of Tourism as the country's best tourism event for arts and culture in 2010. El Cinco de Noviembre is a reaffirmation of life. And what better way for the musically inclined Pagonons to express it than through dance? Kicking their heels, swirling their skirts, and balancing lit candles on their heads, the locals put on a dazzling display of talent during the annual competition, Sayawan sa Bago. The Negrense folk music serves as a blank canvas for the dancers to paint an idyllic pastoral life that revolves around the cycles of the earth, the turning of the tides, and the simple joys that bind a rural community. It's a different scene at the Bantayan Park, where young boys duke it out in the boxing ring for a chance to take home the prize. Don't be fooled by these pint-sized fighters. These athletes, one of whom could be the next Manny Pacquiao, take their sport seriously. Bringing their game on and pulling no punches, they whip the crowds into a frenzy. In a battle of strength, lightning moves, and quick strategies. Cinco de Noviembre is also an opportunity for other sports buffs to show off their skills, and for motorcycle enthusiasts to flaunt their gleaming engines. Throughout the week-long festivities, one thing is constant. There is no shortage of food, toys, and trinkets to tempt locals and tourists. Street hawkers sell everything from clothes and flip-flops to pancakes and popcorn all day and night. Fancy a henna tattoo? You can get inked for as little as $1. Or get a personalized souvenir for a friend with some change. You can also try your luck at the carnival, or take a nostalgic spin on the carousel. These and so much more make El Cinco de Noviembre a must-see event to mark on your travel calendar. At Bago City's oldest festival, experience the best the city has to offer.